Your body has this secret superpower. It's this incredible process working nonstop, every single second, just to keep you going. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this amazing automatic ability and figure out exactly how it all works.
I mean, really think about it. How is it that you can be out on a blazing hot summer day or walking through a snowstorm, and yet, on the inside, everything just stays in balance? Well, that something has a name.
It's called thermoregulation, and it's a pretty big deal. We're not like reptiles, right? They have to find a sunny rock to warm up. We mammals, on the other hand, we've got our own internal furnace and air conditioner, all dedicated to hitting one very specific, very important number. And that is the magic number, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, or, 37 degrees Celsius. Give or take a little, this is the goal. This is the temperature your body is constantly, tirelessly trying to maintain. And it's not just some random number. It's absolutely key to, well, everything. See, when your temperature is right in that sweet spot, all your vital organs, we're talking your brain, your heart, your kidneys, they all work perfectly. But if that number starts to swing too far one way or the other, oh boy, that's when things can get dangerous fast. So, how does this whole thing actually work? Well, the best way to think about it is like a super smart, high-tech thermostat that's built right into your body. It's this incredible control system that is always on, always watching, and always ready to jump into action. And it's a really elegant three-step process. First, you've got sensors all over your body that are constantly checking if you're getting too hot or too cold. Second, they zap that info to the main control center in your brain, a little spot called the hypothalamus. And third, the hypothalamus acts like the boss, sending out orders to the rest of your body on exactly what to do. And what your body does is just fascinating. It's like it has two totally different playbooks. To cool down, your blood vessels get wider to release heat through your skin, and of course, you sweat. But to warm up, it's the complete opposite. Those same blood vessels get narrower to save heat, your metabolism kicks into high gear, and your muscles start to shiver. That's called thermogenesis, and it's literally designed to generate warmth. Pretty cool, right?
Now, this system is amazing. It really is. But it's not foolproof. So what happens when things outside get so extreme that your body just can't keep up? That's when the whole system can get totally overwhelmed.
You basically end up in one of two really dangerous situations. Hyperthermia, that's when your body gets dangerously hot because it just can't cool off. And then there's hypothermia, you guessed it, dangerously cold because you're losing heat way faster than you can produce it. Okay, let's talk about the too hot side of things, because we really need to be crystal clear here. When hyperthermia gets really bad, it turns into heat stroke, and that isn't just serious, it is a life-threatening medical emergency. So you absolutely have to know the signs that you're heading down that path. Usually, the first stage is something called heat exhaustion. This is basically your body's alarm bell. You might be sweating like crazy, feeling super dizzy, maybe even nauseous. Your skin might feel cool and clammy, which is weird, right? This is your body's final warning shot. And this is so important to understand, the difference between the two. With heat exhaustion, the skin is pale and clammy and the pulse is weak. But with heat stroke, the skin gets flushed and hot, the pulse becomes fast and strong, and the biggest red flag? The body temperature skyrockets to 103 degrees Fahrenheit or even higher. That is the moment you call for help, no question. And on the flip side, for hypothermia, the warning signs are totally different. Yeah, there's shivering, obviously, but here's the scary part. In really bad cases, the shivering can actually stop. The person might get really confused, start slurring their words, or seem incredibly drowsy. Their brain and their body just start to,
shut down. Okay, so you might think this is all about being stuck in a blizzard or a heat wave, but it's not that simple. There are all these other kind of hidden threats that can throw this whole delicate system out of whack. Let's dig into what can mess with your internal thermostat. All right, let's start with the most obvious one, extreme weather. No surprise there, right? If you're exposed to brutal heat or freezing cold for too long, your body's defenses can just get worn down and overpowered.
Then there's age. This is a really big one. You know, tiny babies and older adults are way more at risk. They tend to have less muscle mass, and their ability to shiver isn't as strong, so it's a lot harder for them to generate their own heat when they get cold.
Now this one is pretty wild. Sometimes your body messes with its own thermostat on purpose. We're talking about a fever. When you get an infection, your body cranks up the heat to make it a terrible place for germs to live. But if that fever gets way too high, it can become dangerous all by itself. And of course, other health problems can get in the way. For example, if you have an endocrine disorder, like a problem with your thyroid, that can throw off your hormones and your temperature regulation. Or problems with the central nervous system, like a spinal cord injury, can actually damage the body's ability to even feel or react to temperature changes.
And get this, even some common medications can be the culprit. Who knew, right? Certain types of antibiotics or even antidepressants can cause what's known as a drug fever, creating a sudden spike in your body temp.
Okay, so we've gone through a lot. The science, the dangers, all of it. So what's the big takeaway here? What do you absolutely need to walk away with? It's simple, but it is so important. You have to know the warning signs. Look, knowing this stuff isn't just for a science test, it's a real-life critical health skill. Keeping that 98.6-degree balance is everything, and being able to spot the signs when your body or someone else's is in trouble, well, that can make all the difference. And I really want to hammer this point home. If you see the signs of severe heat stroke or hypothermia, this is not a wait-and-see situation. Don't hesitate. Don't second-guess it. These are medical emergencies. Call for help immediately. So that secret superpower your body has, it's working overtime every single day to keep you safe. The real question is, now that you know all this, could you spot the trouble signs in time to return the favor?